You need to sit down for this because what we are about to discuss isn't just a movie leak, it is the fundamental rewriting of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. And if you thought Thanos snapping half the universe out of existence was traumatic, wait until you realize that the face of the MCU's salvation is now the face of its ultimate destruction. We are less than a year away from Avengers Doomsday, and the floodgates have finally opened, revealing a plot so ambitious, so terrified, and so psychologically devastating that it makes Infinity War look like a friendly sparring match. The Russo brothers are back, and they aren't just here to play the hits, they are here to dismantle the very legacy they helped build, and it all starts with the decision that broke the internet. Robert Downey Jr. is not playing an Iron Man variant, he is playing Victor Von Doom, a man who, according to the latest insider reports and the shattered fragments of the multiverse saga, may just be the most tragic villain in cinema history. The hook of this movie isn't just Tony Stark is bad now, it's much deeper and more disturbing. It's about the concept of variance of consequence, a theory suggesting that in every universe, there is a constant, a soul destined to shape the world, and in Earth 616, it was Tony Stark. But in the universe we are about to visit, that soul was twisted, tortured, and forged into doom. Imagine the psychological horror for Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland, who we know is central to this film. He just lost his mentor, his father figure, and now he has to look into the eyes of a man who shares that face, but possesses none of the heart. A man who will likely use that resemblance to hesitate the Avengers, to manipulate their grief, and to strike when they are most vulnerable. This is psychological warfare on a level we haven't seen since Civil War, and leaks suggest that Doom's introduction isn't a grand invasion, but a political maneuvering where he presents himself as the only solution to the incursions that are tearing reality apart, a problem, ironically, that was accelerated by Doctor Strange and the events of Multiverse of Madness. We have to talk about the roster because this isn't just an Avengers movie, it is a collision of franchises. We have the Thunderbolts, led by Bucky Barnes, who are operating as a government-sanctioned wetworks team that likely clashes with Sam Wilson's new Avengers, creating an internal conflict that Doom exploits perfectly. Then you add the Fantastic Four, who are coming from a retro-futuristic 1960s universe that has likely already been destroyed or is on the brink of collapse, making them refugees who know exactly who Doom is and what he is capable of, while the Earth 616 heroes are still struggling to separate the man from the mask. The dynamic between Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards and RDJ's Doom is the engine of this film. It's the classic rivalry of hope versus control, but elevated by the fact that this Reed has failed to save his world, while Doom promises he can save all worlds, albeit by ruling them with an iron fist. The visual language described in the production leaks hints at a techno-gothic aesthetic, blending the sleek nanotechnology of the modern MCU with the brutalist medieval sorcery of Latveria, and we are hearing rumors that Doom's armor is a composite of Stark tech and magical artifacts stripped from the corpses of sorcerer supremes across the multiverse. This explains how he can stand toe-to-toe with powerhouses like Thor and Captain Marvel. He isn't just overpowering them, he is outsmarting them, using magic they don't understand and technology they thought was their own. One of the most chilling details to surface is the role of Scarlet Witch. Rumors are swirling that Doom doesn't just want to conquer the multiverse, he wants to rewrite it, and to do that he needs a reality warper, leading to a subplot where Doom extracts Wanda Maximoff from the Witch's Road or wherever she has been dormant, weaponizing her grief once again, but this time with the cold calculation of a dictator rather than the emotional volatility of a mother. This sets up a third act that is essentially a race against time to stop the formation of Battleworld, a patchwork planet made of the surviving shards of dead universes, which is where Secret Wars will take place. The stakes here are absolute. We aren't fighting to save the Earth, we are fighting to save the concept of free will, because Doom's argument, and this is where the writing gets brilliant, is that the Avengers have failed. They failed to stop the blip initially. They failed to stop the incursions, and their chaos is killing the multiverse, whereas Doom offers order. It's the ultimate authoritarian pitch, and in a world terrified of annihilation, some heroes might actually listen to him. We also need to address the old man Cap rumor. If Chris Evans returns, not as the Human Torch, but as a weary multiverse-traveling Steve Rogers, the emotional impact of him seeing Tony as the villain would be the shattering climax of their decade-long arc. The Russo brothers have stated they wouldn't come back unless they could beat Endgame, and the only way to beat Endgame is to take its greatest victory, Tony's sacrifice, and invert it into a nightmare. This movie is going to hurt. It is designed to be uncomfortable, to challenge our nostalgia, and to force us to watch our heroes lose, because historically, the first part of these two-part finales is the tragedy. Infinity War ended with silence. Doomsday is rumored to end with the death of a universe. We are looking at a film that will feature the X-Men, likely the Fox Universe versions, being manipulated into fighting the Avengers, giving us the Avengers versus X-Men battle we've wanted for years, but under the most tragic circumstances possible. The action sequences are said to be less about beam struggles and more about tactical brutality, with Doom dismantling teams with surgical precision. And let's not forget the Council of Kangs, or what's left of them. Doom killing Kang in the opening act would establish him immediately as the apex predator, the shark that ate the previous big bad, solving the studio's Kang problem while elevating Doom instantly. This is the cinematic event of the decade, a story about legacy, corruption, and the terrifying idea that the hero you worship might just be the villain in another life. So, prepare yourself, because when that green hood goes up and the metal mask clamps down, the MCU isn't just changing, it's ending, and a new world, Doom's world, is beginning.